We got some big new Marvel's Avengers info ahead of launch that will be good to know before you start playing, including when the servers go live, what type of updates we can expect, and also things they are looking at for post-launch. And there's also a massive new war table coming that will include a brand new hero and way more. I will already touch on some things that I think we can expect. So there's a ton to go over. A like on the video would really help the channel out. And let's go. You can win Marvel's Avengers during my August giveaway for a 2020 game of your choice. Just follow the link in the pinned comment if you want to participate, and you have to be a subscriber of the channel before you enter, and I will reach out to the winner via the email. On September 1st, the early access for the game will start if you got a special edition, and Square Enix now revealed the launch timings on their website. So it's basically midnight on both consoles and 9 AM Pacific time on Stadia and PC. And on that same day, they will also have a special war table that should be a real big one. Like, many people working on the game are hyping this up big time. Like, we got Eric from Marvel saying that you need to see this, and Loney working at Marvel Games notes that this is her favorite and also that we should not miss it. And looking at the press release, I can see why, because this stream will include numerous world exclusive reveals, such as an in-depth look at the first post-launch story season for the Avengers initiative, and the unveiling of an additional post-launch playable hero. We already know that a raid with exclusive unique loot should launch very soon after the release, and that it will be story related, so I totally expect to see it during this stream. And next to Hawkeye, we should expect another hero to be revealed, and we of course touched on the many possibilities already in my recent video going over the many leaks that took place during the beta weekends. But in short, it seems like Black Panther is a very solid bet, just like Kate Bishop, Winter Soldier, and also She-Hulk. And now we got Iron Smash Web on Reddit, who collected the files of She-Hulk that were found in the beta client, and that's why we think, hey, maybe she's coming to the game, and then compare them to the Hulk. And at least looking at the names of these skills, the characters seem quite different. But yeah, still I would imagine that it costs them less resources to make a character like She-Hulk than a completely new hero. So during this stream we will finally know if we indeed get different versions of the already playable heroes. The war table will also feature behind the scenes looks at the creation of the game with more hints at future content, and they will share tips and tricks for taking out the 50+ different enemies and the game's progression, plus what we need to know for day one. We already got an extensive blog post though, with things that are handy to know before you hop in. First up, they note that you need a Square Enix account. That was also necessary for the beta, so totally sign up if you haven't already, so you will not have to do that on launch day when millions are trying to do it at the same time. And I will leave a link to the account setup in the video description. We also learned when the game will be activated on the official launch day, so September 4th. You see the times right here, so it's the same as the early access, but just 3 days later. And there will also be a day 1 patch that is 18 gigs, they note. But if you get the game digitally, then it will already be included in the overall download. And the overall download should be 90 gigs, as noted by Peabody77 on Reddit, at least on PS4. We see an image of the back of the box here. So better make some space on your console or PC. You can of course delete the beta, as you won't be needing that, and that already saves you some space. And downloading this day 1 update is really the only time you need an internet connection, so you will need the patch to play the game at all, but after that you can do a ton of things offline. The internet connection is only needed to play online co-op and to download the post-launch content, including new heroes, new missions, and new regions for free. And again, we will learn about specific details during that war table stream. So pretty cool that we can do quite a lot of things offline in this game. And you only need PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live to play with other people, which of course makes sense. So You do not need it for the single player campaign, for example. The day 1 update will include the localization for the 15 different languages that the game will have available at launch, and it will also include many tweaks and updates as a result of the beta weekend. And it was quite surprising to already see quite a lot of updates during those beta weekends. Like they added an option to adjust the camera shake sensitivity, for example, and overall improved the matchmaking a ton. Something we should now also expect in the final game. But Square Enix is also aware of some other quality of life features and just other things in general that we want for the future. Tato asked during a recent Q&A, as posted by KissXH on Reddit, that we needed a ping system to ping those chests in the world. And well, Square notes that they are looking into that for post-launch. And man, that would be awesome, because now it can be hard to track the chests that your friends found. A mini-map in the more open war zones would also be really nice, and this is also feedback that they heard a lot, and they will see what is possible for multiplayer visibility post-launch. So it's great to hear that they are likely working on something for that. There are of course takedowns in the game that look pretty cool, but you cannot pick the one that your character will do. Square now notes that this is something they are talking about. So maybe later on, just like an emote, we can pick the takedown that we want to see most of the time. That would be really awesome. And maybe during the beta you got your gear on rank 45 and then could not upgrade it anymore to unlock the different perks. Well, in the final game this will be different. So if you got a gear item on power level 150 in the final game, I think that is the max. Looking at this on the mountaintop trophy, reach power level 150 with any hero, so then you would think that 150 is the max for the gear then too, right? Either way, Square now confirmed that we will be able to upgrade the gear on the highest gear rank to still unlock all the perks. In the beta we could get heroes to 15, and in the full game the max seems to be 50 for each hero. We namely got the time to shine trophy that says reach hero level 50 and purchase all the skills for any hero. There's also one for getting to level 250, but that is with all the heroes combined. So at the launch, 50 seems to be the max, but they also note in this Q&A that leveling will continue as the game receives updates, and also that they will add more stuff to existing heroes, so likely new skills, because with a level cap increase we of course get new skill points that we can then spend on those new abilities. And sometimes games also have an unlimited progression system, like the Paragon system in Diablo that lets you keep upgrading your character, or the mastery levels of course in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And Square Enix also has very active conversations about this internally, so it might be something we see in the future too. And I will, by the way, leave a link to the trophies in the video description for if you already want to see them, so you know what to expect. But don't go all the way down, because there will be some story spoilers there. Subscribe for way more on Marvel's Avengers if you haven't already. I really can't wait to keep you up to date on everything coming to the game right here. And of course we'll have a ton of tips and tricks for the different heroes and how to level up fast and stuff like that. A like on the video would really help the channel out, and totally check out that other previous video regarding many big leaks that also reveal a ton about the future. For now though, I will speak to you next time, and goodbye.